Hi everyone, today I want to discuss with you about the constraints of wearing fake hair, like hair toppers, like I wear today because I have alopecia, or wigs when you have alopecia. I think it's a very important subject that you should listen if you are thinking about buying a new hairpiece, if it's your first hairpiece when you have alopecia. Because I know that when you are in this new wonderful world of fake hair on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all these communities around hair loss seems a bit magical, like, oh my god, she has alopecia, but she's so beautiful with her new hair that has that is well longer than mine, okay? But it's so beautiful, it's perfect, and I want to be perfect also. I want to have my hair back and will not have problem anymore, and it will be magical, and I will be so beautiful and so glamorous and everything. And I think that unfortunately it's not always that easy and that simple when you wear a hairpiece, because yes, it can be a bit magical, like as you can see, it's not my hair and it's really beautiful and glamorous, but in reality when you wear fake hair, it's also some constraints. Sorry, I'm French, it's not easy for me. It's some constraints that you will have to handle, and you have to understand that it will never be your hair, and you will have to handle these constraints every day that I will talk about. So first of all, the hair will not always exactly be the same texture and hair color than your hair. It's not a problem, you just need it to blend, but I often see a lot of Comme, diadème customers. So Comme, diadème is my brand of hair toppers and wigs. It means like a tiara in French, like tiara, princess, etc. I forgot what I wanted to say, sorry. The most important thing about hair color and texture is that it blends. So it seems so much darker than my hair, but because of the roots that are a bit darker, it's okay. And I wore this piece, this unbelievable piece, that is Anna reference, for my wedding day, and the result was perfect. I could have a color that is more close to mine, because on the website there is at least 20 or 25 references, so I could take Autumn Leaves or Alice. I am always able to give you the best reference that match very close to your hair color, but you have to understand that it will maybe never be your exact hair color, and it's really important to understand that you just need it to blend well with your hair. If it's a bit darker or a bit lighter, it's not a problem if it blends well and if the result is beautiful at the end. And the most important thing is to understand that you just need to check if you feel more beautiful with or without. If you feel more beautiful with, it's okay if it's not your exact color. And what I want to say, I don't want to focus here on the color, is that you have to understand that you will never recover your exact physical with a hairpiece compared to when you have nothing, because you are used to your appearance without hair since 10 years sometimes, not without hair at all, but with less hair. You are used to this appearance, you know yourself like this, and suddenly you wear a hairpiece that will change a bit the shape of your head, not a lot, but just a bit that you could see, but no one around you will see it, but you can see that it's not your hair. It's not exactly your hair texture, it's not exactly your hair color. And you have to just, I don't know how to say in English, but when someone's died, you have to make a work on yourself to understand that the person is dead. It's the same thing for alopecia. You have to accept that your hair is gone and will never come back. And if you want to wear a hairpiece, you have to accept that it will unfortunately never be your exact hair. It can be beautiful, it can be glamorous, it can be perfect result like this, but you will never recover your hair. Even if it's the same color and the same texture, it's not your hair. It will not fusionate with your scalp. And it's another thing I want to say in this video is that you wear a hair prosthesis. So you will feel this hair prosthesis. Sometimes I have women that are saying to me, I feel that the clip is clipping, it's not too tight. So it's important to not too tight it. I don't know, I'm not sure it's a good word, but I will translate. But to make sure that it's not hurting yourself. It's not supposed to hurt. Like now, I feel comfortable and I feel good. But if I have to be completely honest with you today, it's maybe 25 degrees in this room because there is a lot of sun here and I'm a bit hot with the hairpiece. And if I touch my head and if I move my eyebrow, I can feel that I have something on my head and I can feel, yes, that I have a prosthesis. I can totally forget it, forget, yes. When I daily wear it, I don't feel every minute in my day that I don't feel it every minute, but I could feel better without it. And it's the truth. You can feel better, more comfortable when you don't have it. For instance, if I remove it now, I will feel more comfortable. But the problem is for me also that I will feel less beautiful. I will feel I will only see alopecia in myself. And when I was working outside and had to face colleagues every day that were checking with their eyes my scalp, this look at my scalp, sorry for my English today, sorry, was too difficult to handle for me. And because it was too difficult to guess that my colleagues and my friends were asking themselves what is the problem with her hair, I preferred to wear a hairpiece, because with this I know that I can feel really beautiful. For instance, at my wedding day I felt perfect and glamorous, and you can see my previous videos if you want me to discuss about it. Without it, I would feel not beautiful. And I think it's really important to understand that it's a product that can make you feel beautiful and better, but it's a balance between the constraints. Yes, you will feel sometimes you want to do this because it can you can need to scratch a bit. Sometimes you will want to remove it, but you will not be able to do it because you are with your colleagues or somewhere you don't want to remove your hairpiece, and maybe sometimes it will feel a bit uncomfortable. But on the opposite, you will feel every day beautiful and glamorous. So I think it's really important to say it's like for a medicine with benefits-risk balance. When you have to take medicines, I need to check the word, sorry. It's not medicine at all, it's medication, sorry. Usually I have my computer to check, but I forgot it. When you want to take a medication, there is a balance between benefits and risk, and you will only take this medication if the balance is okay for you. When you have alopecia and you suffer from it, you will only be able to take a hairpiece and a hair topper with all these constraints if you suffered enough. Because if alopecia is still okay for you, and it's okay if it's okay, I wish you to feel okay with your alopecia, really. But if you feel okay, and now it's not such a disaster for you in your mind, when you will wear the piece, you will say to yourself, oh, it's a bit uncomfortable, and it's not exactly my hair texture, and it's not exactly my hair color, and maybe my neighbor will see it, and you will not be able to go forward with it because it's not giving you enough. But if you feel like I was thinking about myself, like you feel like you are sometimes ugly because it was what I was thinking of me. When I was looking at myself in the mirror, I was thinking of myself that I was ugly, that I was not even a woman anymore. When you will wear the piece, yes, you will have this moment where you feel that it's a bit weird result, and that everybody will discover that you have something. Yes, you will see that it's not exactly your hair color and your hair texture. But after maybe 30 minutes or 15 minutes or 1 or 2 days, you will just be able to accept this new amount of hair that you like so much and that you wish so much. And I think it's really important when you want to buy a hair piece like hair topper or wigs to understand that it's not magical like Instagram. It will always be a shock, I think a huge shock. When you will start for the first time, it's something a bit upsetting. It's difficult to handle emotionally this moment because you will not recognize yourself, even if it's your head. But it's difficult to be objective in this moment because you lost your hair sometimes, you have hair loss sometimes since 20 years, you suffer from it, and one day you recover all your hair, all the hair that you bought that is yours but that are not truly your hair, and you feel that it's a bit weird when you see the result. And I really think that you have to understand that this moment is not easy, and don't hesitate to reach me if you need some advice when you received your piece from Comme, diadème, because I can help you to have a beautiful and undetectable result, because the first time often the hairpiece is not put really correctly, so the result is sometimes really weird. So if you want my help, don't hesitate to join me on WhatsApp or via the contact form on the website. It's really, really important to be helped at this moment. But before buying the piece, it's important, I think, to say to yourself that it's not just magical extension to feel really, really beautiful. It's not something that is just like makeup and that is just so easy to put and remove, and that you won't feel it every day, and that you will not have any constraints, and that you will not feel it. Yes, sometimes when it's outside, you will feel it and you will want to remove it. And now I want to remove it, and I will remove it because I want to. And because I can do it, because I'm comfortable enough with my alopecia now. But as you can see, I'm a bit less glamorous, okay? But it's also okay. And sometimes women are saying to me, yes, but I'm afraid that when I will remove the piece every day, I will feel ugly and awful, and it will be even more difficult. I think yes, it's something at the beginning that can be a bit disturbing, because when you see yourself with a lot of hair and you remove it, the reality is a bit less glamorous, but it's even the same thing. It's the same thing with makeup, and at the end of the day, you know how you are. It's like your makeup, or if you put some thing to have more breast volume, you know how you are. And I think, on the contrary, for me, the solution, this kind of solution, helped me to be more indulgent with my alopecia. And now, yes, when I see myself in the mirror, I think, oh my god, it's not really beautiful, and it's maybe even a disaster. But I know that I have this kind of solution if I want to feel beautiful, and I know that I'm able to handle the constraints of it. And I think it's important to use the word hair prosthesis, because it is a prosthesis. It's like if you don't have a tooth and you need to have a new tooth on your mouth, it will never be the exact same color and the exact same texture, and maybe every day in your life you will feel and you will know that it's not your tooth. And my husband has a tooth that is not his, because he had a car accident when he was young. And when he smiles, sometimes if I check with my eagle eye, I can see that it's not his teeth, because it's not the same texture and the exact same color. But I think he's happier with his teeth than without. And for me, the prosthesis, the hair prosthesis is the same. Without, I feel okay, and I can feel even beautiful. So not here, but I can feel okay, because I learned to not hate myself because of my alopecia. And I succeed because of hairpiece to love myself more with my alopecia. But you have to understand that when you wear the piece, it's not magical like on Instagram, like the wheel and the thing, like, oh my god, I have new hair and it's so perfect. And you will need to make some adjustments. You will need to work on the piece to have a beautiful result. Maybe to bring the piece to a hairdresser to have a fringe or something. There is some custom options that you can have on Comme, diadème to have something that is more that you can wear just out of the box. But even with this, you will need to work on yourself to accept the hairpiece if you want to. And this product can make you feel really better emotionally, psychologically in your everyday life. But you need to give it a chance. And I also have to say that it's not something that it's not an obligation. You don't have to do it. You can do it if you need to and if it helps you. But if you want the product to help you, you will need to make a psychological work to be able to accept that there is some constraints on this product and that it's not magical, and you will not become Miss Universe with it. Because sometimes when I receive some emails, it's like, I want this ashy with highlights and this and this and this, and I receive some photos of models, tops models, and I'm like, okay, I understand, because it's expensive piece that we all want perfect result when you buy an expensive piece. But there is at least 25 or 30 references on the website, and maybe I don't have this perfect ashy with highlight with this of this top model. You can ask your hairdresser to work on the piece to have closer result. But the goal here is not to become Miss Universe, even if I understand that goal. The goal here is just to repair ourselves. And I remember when I was in my first hair topper store when I was 30 years old, I had the choice between only two models. One that was dark brunette and short and curly, and one that much more blonder than this, so not my color at all. And I took the blonde piece because I'm blonde, but I had the choice between only two models. And the result was not okay because it was too far from my color, but I was just so happy to have hair. Because I just wanted to just look like a normal woman. And I think it's also important to understand that, because sometimes when I think about that, I think that sometimes maybe women that are asking for this perfect color that she saw on this model and these other top models that are sometimes not even the same color between the two photos. I think sometimes it's maybe a way to refuse to take that step, because as long as you search for the perfect hair piece and the perfect hair color, and that you are in this magical projection that will never happen, you won't take that step. It's like searching for the charming prince, Prince William, Prince Harry. You can search for Prince William all your life, but there is only one Prince William, and he dated Kate Middleton, so you have to forget it. You have to find this, how we say, this man on the street that is so cute and that could make you so happy, but you just have to give him a chance. Sorry for this metaphor, but I think it's the same. So like when you are searching for someone that is perfect, you can search all your life, but no man is perfect, and it's the same for hair. You can have something that is very, very close. For instance, this is my perfect piece, even if it's not the same color and not the same texture. I tried maybe 200 pieces on my website since 3 years, and there is colors and hair colors that are more close to my hair, but my perfect piece is this one, and maybe in 1 year it will be another one. And it is what is pleasant about it is that at the beginning you have to understand that hair prosthesis is something heavy psychologically, yes. And this is what I want to say in this video. Yes, it can be heavy psychologically. You will have sometimes you will want to remove it because you feel it, because it's outside, or because the clips makes you want to do this. But you will feel beautiful with it, and you will regain your self-confidence, and you will be happy, because even if you have this problem that is alopecia in your life, you can still be happy and be beautiful and be successful in your life, because you feel that confidence that makes you successful in every field of your life. Trust me. And one day you will feel okay with your alopecia, and one day this will only be a beautiful accessory like Louboutin, or like bags, like, you know, beautiful bags that you want to change and have different color. Trust me, one day you will be able to say, oh my god, I just don't want the exact same color of hair and texture, I want them all. I want to try the brunette, the dark blonde, the Anna, the Emma. I want to try this one and this one and this one. I am like this, and I have a lot of customers like this. One of my customers bought me 14 pieces. Trust me, it's not just because she wants a hair prosthesis. She has obviously an addiction. Corinne, if you are here, I understand you. I understand you. So I think it can be something that is an accessory that is so cool. But before this become a cool accessory, it is first of all a prosthesis. And you have to understand that it will never be your hair, but it can make you happy and regain your self-confidence. If you want to discuss with me about this, don't hesitate to join me on my Instagram. And if you want some advice to choose the best color for you, the best reference to help you in your first step, in this first delicate step that is the first purchase of hairpiece, don't hesitate to join me on the contact form. And when you order the piece and you receive it at home, you can also discuss with me if you have some problems to position it, and if you think that you are not ready and you have to return it, it's okay, I deeply understand. So I hope that you liked this video, and see you soon in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free.